people might come into your life, but they might also as easily leave from your life. That's one thing I learned from chapter 10, Parshuram's discomfiture, because Vishwamitra had come into Ram's life, but he's not going to be seen in any of the future chapters in the Ramayana. And I love that because, people might say that people are going to be in your life forever. That's not true. Everyone's there for a short time. They might come in and they might leave. We're lucky to be able to, connect with people along the way in our life, but no one's going to be there forever, and no one's going to be there with you from the start to the end. They might be there like with their souls, but they're not necessarily going to be physically present in your life the whole time. And I like that. It's a very nice concept, and it kind of teaches you that change is inevitable. Also, I like that, when I think Parshuram, he had like kind of a war or like vengeance against the Kshatriyas. So he asked Ram to do a fight. And what I found very interesting, because I didn't expect that. He said, if you can break this, if you can put the strings on the bow, we can participate in the fight. And Ram did that. And like, what is the benefit of fighting? But he still did that. But now Parshuram was kind of scared because he didn't want to actually do the fight. He just didn't think that Ram would be able to string the bow. But that was quite interesting as well. Like, what benefit would Ram get from fighting? Would it be to, because in Hinduism they have gods which kill other beings, because, certain beings need to be reincarnated and stuff like that. So I don't know what the reason is, but it was very interesting to me. Also, I think there's this other part which I found interesting, saying that Vishwakarma originally made 2 exactly similar bows. That was interesting because, so God Shiva made a bow and God Vishnu made a bow. Why are they equal? So does it mean that both of the gods are equal in, strength? I actually am just learning about Hinduism right now, so it's quite interesting to hear that. And I think it kind of relates back to the idea in Hinduism which says we're all one. So all of the gods are one, and we're one as well. And also Parshuram said to the Prince of Ayodhya of Ram, I realize who you are. I am not sorry that you quenched my arrogance. And I like that because people always are like scared to be able to, be proven that they're not the best, or be proven that they're like, there's someone who can do better or more than them. And I think it's really nice to be humble and know that there is always going to be someone better than you, not just assume that you're the best. And it's interesting that they said we had to hurry back before sunset, because a lot of Hinduism does revolve around the idea of sunrise and sunset. And I really like that. And then it talks about Ram and Sita living happily in Ayodhya for 12 years, which is really nice, because they were meant to go to the forest, so they had to go there. But they actually enjoyed it. It's a really nice thing, because you can live in any situation and enjoy it, or you can hate it, but you can choose to enjoy it, and you might as well. Yeah, I think that's about it. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, this part. Would you rather have your powers destroyed, or have it consume the fruit of your tapas? That part I didn't fully understand, but like, I think it is related to what would you oh my gosh, I'm so sleepy, prefer to have in your life. Does strength really mean anything? And if so, what does it mean? Oh, this part I really liked. However, they honored him with the customary offering of water. This is one thing my mom has always told me growing up. She said, I can never refuse water. And this is a very important Hindu concept, because even though Parshuram was wanting to kill and destroy the Kshatriya race, the Brahmins from the Kshatriya race, they still offered him water, because it's customary in Hindu tradition to offer water to anyone. It doesn't matter if they're your enemy or your friend or whatever, you offer water, because it's just, like a basic human right and basic right to gods as well, apparently. And I like that because, it kind of like makes there be like some kind of a rule and sitting ground where you can be bad or do bad stuff, but you still have to follow certain rule books and guidelines. So everyone had a certain moral compass, whereas in this generation, people will be like, oh, you did this to me, so I'm not going to get you water. Whereas in my mom's generation, they would be like, oh, yeah, even if we had a fight, I'm still going to get you water. And that's very important. And that's something which stops the world fights from being as bad as they are if you still had moral compass, which is not very common. But offering water regardless of the fact that they were enemies and he was trying to kill them is really great, because it really shows you that they did have a moral compass in ancient Hinduism.